Glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no breaks. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like Glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business for the feed. Street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they do harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look lean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VVS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah. Look. You already know what it is, man. We right bike, right? We right bike, Jake. Man, it's still me, XL Pro. What happened, man? We right back at it, man.
Guarantee.
That's got like little cookie the boys to fly to the page.
2020 got me
You like my man
so
XL Pro say. You follow those instructions.
Put your boy shit.
Because my brother's born that day, so we been sitting here chopping it up and killing it. Have to postpone the story, but we cool now. Let's go, man.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling hay, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall-in, switches all fall in. And we go all in. While we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these planted trees. Okay. Don't break the code, this family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow is classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Yeah. Ever I cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers, we Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, how they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher shit. Any clip that we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We move in units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, bang. These rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling hay, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom, to try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yes, true. This is guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. What up? Y'all already know, man. We right bike. You dig, Jike? Right? You did. We right back, man. And y'all already know how we do, you know?
Power on. Bluetooth.
You already know what it is, man. We here. What's happening with y'all, man? How y'all doing, man? 10:30 in the early day. You feel me? On a Sunday. You know what I'm talking about? And we here, man. We gonna have this discussion. I know this is what y'all been waiting for. I done got the emails, man. I got the DMs and all of that. You feel me? And so we here, man. Y'all know we gonna get to it. I've been telling y'all about this, man. I've been going at this since before it was even became a real big, huge thing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. This kind of got swept under the rug, man. And I remember, man. When I first got privy to that flight list, and I was telling people there was a list of people, and people thought I was making that up, man. Yeah. People thought I made that list up. I said, no, this is actual evidence from the case. Y'all don't realize that? And it's be crazy to me how people be oblivious to things, or not so much even oblivious, but how people be in a state of denial. Right? Like, people really don't believe that this stuff is going on. And it's I think it's hilarious personally. You know, to be honest with y'all, I think it's hilarious. The greatest thing the devil ever did was convince people that he don't exist. Right? Right? Shout out to my man Papoose, the lyrical assassin. He said it best. Niggas don't respect acid till it dissolve their flesh. Right? You niggas don't respect real shit until it hit the fan. It'll be, you know what I mean? And it just be like that sometimes. It just be crazy to me, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? In this journey of this journal, I'm a journalist. Am I eternal or an eternalist? What y'all know about that? All right. In this journey in the journal of a journalist, right? It just be amazing to me the levels of unbelievability, if you would, that resides and abides in the minds of the masses. You understand what I'm saying, man? Smash that like button, click on the bell, and subscribe to the page, Jack. We're going in. Pause. Right? Jeffrey Edward Epstein. Right? This guy. So many people connected to this guy. So many people tied to this guy. Right? And today what we're going to do is we're not going to really too much focus on the list. I mean, if you want to see who's on the list, I mean, you know, a lot of that is public information. You can literally go do that on your own. But see, what we're going to do is see, we got to lay foundation over here at A-Real Talk. You know, I could sit up here and do what everybody else do and just talk on the list about what's on the list. But see, a lot of them names that's on that list, right? It's a lot of names that are not being discussed that is not on that list that's been released, but it's definitely on other lists, right? I hope y'all don't think that the list that they released and the names and the people they talk about, I hope y'all don't think that that's it. But wait, there's more, right? So, you know, I just want y'all to know that they spoon feed us, y'all, right? They definitely bird feeding us. And when it comes to the people who's being exposed, we're talking about entertainers, prime ministers, presidents, potentates. We're talking about leaders of finance and industry over the world. And today I'm going to basically connect a lot of dots for y'all as I normally do. So smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, roll up your joints, have your water ready, get your notebooks out, get your pens out, take some notes because we about to go in, connect the dots. You have to be able to connect the dots with seemingly unrelated people, places, events, situations, organizations. You have to be able to connect the dots, y'all. You have to be able to connect dots, man. All right? And I keep telling y'all, man, I used to say follow the money. No. Shout out to my big homie, Bishop Larry Gator. No, you got to follow the bloodline that's going to lead to the money. That's going to lead to whatever happened in history, whether it be a crime against humanity, wars, or whatever it is we be talking about. Feminism. You got to follow these bloodlines, who they mama is, who they daddy is, who they related to. And we're going to have some very interesting shows coming up here, man. You know? But today, we is going to discuss this guy, Jeffrey Edward Epstein, right? Who has strong connects and ties to my city, Columbus, Ohio, by way of his benefactor, big homie, Leslie Wexner. who is a founding member, right, of an organization called the Mega Group. Y'all hear me reference the Mega Group every now and again if y'all pay attention, right? And I'm going to have a show coming up on the Mega Group here in a second. You hear me? Smash that like button, click on the bell, and subscribe to the page, man. Right? Y'all all been hearing about this stuff, you know.
Action 7 News.
Our Target 7 team has been combing through the hundreds of pages of documents unsealed in a civil suit against one of Jeffrey Epstein's closest associates. The billionaire, who had a mansion here in New Mexico, was charged with trafficking underage girls before he killed himself while in jail. So who did he know in the land of enchantment?
Tonight, Target 7 has found more details about one connection. Here's John Cardinelli. Bill Richardson had served our state as a two-term governor and congressman. When he left office, he continued building his legacy by negotiating the release of international hostages and servicemen up until his recent death. But there's been another side of Richardson that has been described in the recent unsealing of depositions taken from women who claimed they performed sex acts for Jeffrey Epstein and his powerful friends while they were underage. This ranch, nestled in rural Santa Fe County, was a place that brought in the rich, the famous, and the powerful. But it was also a place that some say disgusting acts were occurring. Underage women performing, quote, massages for billionaire Jeffrey Epstein and his friends. That, according to these court documents that were recently unsealed.
These are depositions of the interviews that were released by the courts. And it doesn't mean that they're all true. And so we have to assume a presumption of innocence here.
And these were not regular massages. The accusers say the acts involved nudity, sex acts, and sex toys, and at times, underage girls. One of the powerful that is accused of visiting Jeffrey Epstein's mansion is former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson.
Bill Richardson was one of our most prominent politicians here in New Mexico. And so it was disappointing to see that his name has been associated with the Jeff Epstein scandal.
KOAT legal analyst John Day.
This is all information that people have heard bits and pieces of before, so there's nothing that's terribly surprising.
The documents released last week contain more than 900 pages and describe what occurred here. They are a part of a civil suit filed by this woman, Virginia Giuffre, against Ghislaine Maxwell, and describe what occurred here. They are a part of a civil suit filed by this woman, Virginia Giuffre, against...
Now, what's happening with y'all, man? Now, this chick, Virginia Giuffre, right? This is what connects Epstein to my city. Right? Let me pull up a picture of this chick. And this is where we got to talk about Prince Andrew with his freaky, creepy ass. Right? See, this is what connects Jeffrey Epstein to my city. Back in 1996. Now, man, listen, y'all. Tap in and walk with me, man. You feel me? Get your notebooks out. Get your pens right. Make sure your pens is ready, man. In 1996, Virginia Giuffre, how you say her name? This chick right here in this picture. This is a picture of her and Ghislaine with Prince Andrew. Right? Right? Virginia Giuffre was a young consort of Epstein. And this chick right here, Ghislaine, with her homeboy Jeffrey, used to work for this guy right here. Leslie Wexner. Right? Who is Leslie Wexner? Leslie Wexner is the CEO and founder of L Brands, Victoria's Secret, amongst other companies, right? Based right here in Columbus, Ohio, right? Based right here in Columbus, Ohio, right? And Leslie Wexner and Epstein were homeboys. Right? Jeffrey Epstein was basically Leslie Wexner's understudy. Leslie Wexner was Epstein's benefactor. Think back to the ancient times of ancient Greece, where these guys had apprentices and they had basically young boys who were their homosexual lovers and stewards and students. That is what Epstein was to Leslie Wexner, right? Now, Leslie Wexner owns the entire city of New Albany, Ohio, which is a suburb on the outskirts of my city, Columbus, Ohio. All right. Right. New Albany is real nice. I'm going to just say that to y'all. New Albany is very nice. If you got some money, that's the place where I would suggest you move to. Moving to Central Ohio in this area. Now I was thinking about moving to New Albany when I get my money up, because I'm not moving out of Columbus. But I will move to an outside surrounding area, and New Albany is definitely a spot that I've been looking at. All right. Leslie Wexner owns the entire city of New Albany. In New Albany is where Google, Intel, and Facebook is currently building offices and research and development offices. It is also home to where Elon Musk makes his Tesla vehicles, right? And not only that, Leslie Wexner in 1995-96 broke ground on what is now known in my city as Eastern Town Center. Built completely, entirely by Leslie Wexner. And of course, he employed his fellow mega group Khazarian families to help him do this. The Schottenstein family, the Smoot family. Huh? Yes. You know? Big money for everybody, right? And this dude, Jeffrey Epstein, is directly connected to my city by way of Leslie Wexner, who is his benefactor. Now, why am I talking about Leslie Wexner? Because back in the day, we got to circle back to Virginia Dufresne. Back in 96, when this alleged incident took place between Virginia Dufresne and Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, all of this took place at Leslie Wexner's mansion located in New Albany, Ohio. Right? And you got this guy, Prince Andrew, who been sit up here freaking with this little girl and think he got away with it. In this picture right here, Virginia Dufresne is underage. She is 16 in this picture. You see Ghislaine off in the cut. Right? They look like they in a hotel some goddamn where. Right? Not only that, there's video. There's video of Epstein going to Andrew's apartment in New York a couple years, not too long ago, before all this stuff hit the bag with Epstein. Let me show y'all. All right, y'all already know. Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew were good friends. Oh, let me take that off the internet. See how they be scrubbing stuff? Let me go to Google. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Here we go, right here. Right? Where the videos at? Y'all see they done scrubbed that video, huh? We got the pictures though. Huh? I see they scrubbing stuff off the internet, huh? Boy, I tell you, boy. Y'all ever seen this? Oh, they ain't got they done took the video off. That's crazy. That's wild, y'all. All right. All right. That's crazy. They ain't got this footage on here. They used to have the whole video on here. Oh, let me put this. Let me put this in, man. Pause. Let's see if I can find it for y'all. Uh-oh, here we go. Like you to see the internet is undefeated, man. Fair use, man. You can't deny this, man. This live in the real right here. This raw. This real time. 2010. Yeah, man. They thinking they gonna get away with this stuff, man. Forget it, man. Yeah, Andrew thought he was gonna get away with that, man. Uncle Diggity was hiding, man. He thought he was gonna get away with that shit, man. Prince Andrew, man. Yes, the British royal family will be willing to sacrifice one of their own. Y'all got to understand, y'all. Prince Charles is now King Charles. And you think he got any problems with sacrificing his brother? Huh? You think he care about him? We're gonna talk about Charles a little bit later, coming up here shortly, right? Now, when it comes to this list, y'all, everybody on this list, I don't want y'all to so much as focus as the names on the list, right? But I really want y'all to take a look, right? Take a look at Epstein. Like I said, in order to understand this situation, we gotta go to the foundation, man. You feel me? Let's continue listening.
Wayne Maxwell. Maxwell, a longtime acquaintance of Epstein, is currently...
So when it comes to Columbus, Ohio connections, y'all, Jeffrey Epstein was basically Leslie Wexner's little homie. Leslie Wexner is a billionaire developer and retail mogul who is the owner and founder of L Brands, who owns New York Company and Company Limited, L Brands, Victoria's Secret. It used to be Structure as well, a lot of other things as well. You know, this is Jeffrey Epstein. This is who this guy is. He's a founding member of a think tank organization, the Khazarian Demons, called the Mega Group. He's a very wealthy guy. He has a lot of influence. And back in 1996, and I showed y'all Easton because Easton is a real big retail mall area in my city. If y'all ever come to Columbus, Ohio, go to Easton. You'll know what I'm talking about. Leslie Wexner owns and has developed the entire city of New Albany, Ohio, which is definitely the most wealthiest outside of Bexley, Ohio, area in my city. Right? Very wealthy people live in New Albany, including Leslie Wexner. Right? So, to bring it full circle, right? Jeffrey Epstein had huge connections. Right? And Leslie Wexner's name is definitely on that list. Now, his name might not be on the official list released, but his name is on lists that I've seen. Trust me, I got connections. I know people that work in certain places. You hear me? That's all I'm going to say. Believe me or not, right? But whether you believe me or not is irrelevant because it's all being made public to some extent now. And Prince Andrew was involved. And I'm naming Leslie Wexner because in 1996, at Leslie Wexner's mansion in New Albany is where Virginia Giuffre is saying these alleged violations took place, all while she was underage. Right here in Columbus, Ohio. Oddly enough, and I'm going to have my nigga Nino want to tell y'all this, man. I wish he was here right now because that would be dope for him to tell the story, though. But, you know, he used to work for a cleaning company back in the day at Easton. We was young boys when Easton was first being built. And the cleaning company used to do work at the Wexner Mansion compound in New Albany, which my homeboy Nino has very much frequented a lot. When he was a young guy and he was working there, it was him and my homeboy Pedro. They used to work there for that cleaning company, like buffing the floors at Easton and stuff. And they was doing such a good job that Leslie Wexner had requested for them to do cleaning on his personal compound in New Albany. And Nino has quite an interesting story to tell about his experience while working on the compound of Leslie Wexner. Right? I ain't going to talk too much about that right now because he's not here to talk about it. He could tell it much better than me. But we're talking about Virginia Dufresne, who they talking about right now. Let's go.
In prison time for child sex trafficking. Dufresne says she was recruited at age 16 to perform the, quote, massages. In this document, she says Maxwell sent her to New Mexico to give a massage to Richardson. She could not recall the dates, and it's unclear if she was underage.
Most of these allegations that have just been unsealed are not brand new. We've heard similar allegations in 2019, and back then, Bill Richardson clearly denied the truthfulness of any of them.
Target 7 also found Richardson's name in 4 other documents. Dufresne's attorneys wanted to depose him. In this document, Dufresne's attorney said Richardson, quote, has knowledge of Maxwell and Epstein's sexual trafficking conduct and interaction with minors. It doesn't appear that Richardson ever gave a deposition. We also found Richardson's name and others with New Mexico addresses in Epstein's Black Book.
It's a sad day for New Mexico as a result. Although Bill Richardson, I suspect if he were alive, would deny the truthfulness of them.
For the past 5 years, Richardson's attorneys and spokespeople have maintained that the former governor was not friends with Epstein. They've denied the accusations. They've said that Richardson and his wife had only been to the ranch once. Richardson's attorneys have also said that the former governor had been cooperating with federal investigators and that he was neither a subject, target, nor witness in the case.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Could you please give us your name? Jeffrey Epstein.
Wealthy financier Jeffrey Epstein was accused of sexual assault by more than 30 underage girls in 2006. He was convicted and then released after just 13 months in jail. Then, earlier this year, he was charged with sex trafficking. But he took his own life in custody.
BS. I don't believe that. I don't accept that. Right? Right? Now, one person who's managed to stay out of obscurity since allegedly being sentenced to prison is this chick right here. Right? Ghislaine Maxwell. And it's important that I show y'all this picture right here. Ghislaine is a very attractive woman. I got to give it to her. She was a nice looking lady. So I could see why Epstein recruited her. Right? And even when she was younger. Ghislaine Maxwell is the daughter of Robert Maxwell. Who's Robert Maxwell? Robert Maxwell is the founder . Ghislaine Maxwell, or should I say Robert Maxwell, is the founder of what was the name of the magazine out there in the United Kingdom, man? I'm gonna pull it up real quick. What was the name of the Robert Moss, what was the name of the newspaper he had? Yeah, the Pergamon Press, the Daily Mirror, Nimbus Records, and Maxwell Directories, Prentice Hall Information Service, and Brothers. Yeah. All right. Robert Maxwell owned the Pergamon Press and the Daily Mirror in the United Kingdom, it was a newspaper, right? He was also working for the Israeli intelligence community. Allegedly back in 2011, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, he took a dive off of his boat. And he decided he wanted to jump off his boat in the middle of the ocean and kill himself. If I'm not mistaken, if that was 2011. No, I said 2011. 1991. You feel me? Here's a picture right here. This is him right here. Robert Maxwell, man. He was a big media guy, man. You feel me? And his daughter is Ghislaine Maxwell, all right? As you see in this picture right here. That's her mom right there. You know what I'm saying? And Robert Maxwell was definitely being watched by Israeli intelligence and British intelligence. He operated out of the United Kingdom. This is why when you hear Ghislaine talk, she talks with the British accent. Her name isn't Ghislaine, it's Ghislaine. It's French. You pronounce it Ghislaine or Ghislaine, right? Guillotine or guillotine is where her name is derived from. Her name is the feminized version of guillotine. Y'all know what a guillotine is, don't y'all? Right? And Robert Maxwell got caught up into some stuff back in. He got too big, man. He was bringing too much attention to himself. Right? He liked to gamble a lot. And he began to get into debt. And he became untrustworthy to the establishment. And they were worried that his antics and actions would expose his connections to them. So, in 1991, while he was on his yacht, oddly enough, his boat was named the SS Ghislaine, right? From which he named it after his daughter, Ghislaine, right? The Lady Ghislaine, as y'all see right there. The Lady Guillotine, right? Ghislaine is a French name. Or should I say Ghislaine? That's how you really pronounce it, Ghislaine. So, you know, a lot of people who are on these lists, they're connected. And it ain't no mystery that they going down smoking. You feel me? These people are expendable, man. They will sacrifice their own at the drop of a dime, man. They don't give a damn what their prestige is, what their lot in life is, what their, you know, who they are, what they doing, how famous they are, how popular they are. They are all cannon fodder. They are all expendable. Yes, even Prince Andrew. All right? Don't get it twisted, man. Do not get it twisted. There's a lot of people on that list, man. You hear me? But the sad part about this, though, a lot of people who is on the actual list, they ain't gonna never be mentioned for certain reasons, because they don't want certain people's names to be exposed, because it's gonna mess up some things for them. You know, it ain't everybody ain't supposed to ain't everybody ain't ready to be exposed yet. They ain't used up yet. So to expose certain people, but not expose certain people, is a big chess move right now, right? But all the black folks, you can best believe, are expendable. And it's crazy how many people from out of so-called black Hollywood are on these Epstein lists. I mean, this is absolutely insane, right? Just like, wow. All types of people, man, right? So that's just a little background on who Ghislaine Maxwell is. And Ghislaine is Epstein's basically bottom bitch, basically his madam. And her father was Robert Maxwell, right? Robert Maxwell is how Jeffrey Epstein linked up with Leslie Wexner, right? Tap in and walk with us, man. You feel me? Right? Yeah, old girl Virginia Giuffre said that Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein was taking advantage of her over there at Leslie Wexner's mansion in New Albany, out here in my city. Somehow Leslie Wexner's name just managed to stay out of this whole thing. Right?
Because he had been convicted, it was inappropriate for us to be seen together.
But the royal admitted he'd stayed with Epstein in his New York mansion for 4 days.
You were staying at the house of
Yes.
a convicted sex offender.
It was a convenient place to stay.
You didn't express an iota of sympathy for the...
So this is Prince Andrew, right? He's never going to be the king, mind you, right? But this is Prince Andrew, right? British royal family member hanging out in a known convicted pedophile crib. And all he can say was all he had to say was just a convenient place to stay. The nerd, right? And I believe this is one of the reasons why they're going to sacrifice. They're going to let old Andrew be a sacrifice, man. They're going to let him go ahead and that's crazy, Uncle Diggity, but I think it just say, it's a convenient place to stay. You mean to tell me out of all the places you could have stayed in New York City, the most convenient place for you to stay was at a known pedophile's house, a convicted pedophile? Like, come on, Jack. You are a member of the British royal family. Surely there's way more places you could have stayed than there, right? So this lets you guys know the audacity, the unaccountability, the non-caring that these people have for the rest of us and our intelligence and all of that. They look at us as if we are beneath them, especially these so-called royals. These royals, they really think that they are better than us. They think that we are beneath them literally on all levels, y'all. Listen to what I'm telling y'all, man. And it's a reason for that, man. And that's how these people think. You see how he just said that? It's convenient.
Girls.
That was a disaster.
For me, it just showed that he's very arrogant.
The interview, widely viewed in the UK as a mistake and as misleading. The prince denying Virginia Giuffre's allegations in a lawsuit that she was directed to have sexual encounters with the prince 3 times when she was a teenager.
I can tell you categorically, I don't remember meeting her at all.
Giuffre alleges she remembers the prince sweating profusely as they danced at a London nightclub in 2001.
There's a slight problem with the sweating because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time.
He had a medical condition that says he can't sweat. But if y'all go look on the internet, there's numerous pictures of Prince Andrew in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, at clubs in the United Kingdom, in New York, just the frolicking and kicking it with the who's of Hollywood, sweat stains under his pits and everything. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull it up right now, right? Because we always got to have confirmation of the information, man. You know what I'm talking about? We always got to have confirmation of the information. Rest in essence to my brother, Sinful to P. You did. We got to have confirmation of the information, y'all. You did. We can't just be sitting up here on this damn internet on Bill. Whatever happened to Al Gore, man? We can't be sitting up on Al Gore's internet talking about some, Prince Andrew did this, and we can't bring confirmation of the information, man. All right. This is Prince Andrew, y'all. Prince Andrew. This is Prince Andrew, y'all. This is Prince Andrew, clearly with sweat stains under his armpits in a nightclub. Clearly. This is Prince Andrew, y'all. That's him in a nightclub, sweating. Right? He says he doesn't recall meeting Virginia Dufresne. Bro, clearly this is you in this picture. Clearly. This isn't a picture that has been photoshopped. Andrew, you feel me? And this is what I be telling y'all, how these people be insulting our intelligence, y'all. This is the shit I be talking about. This is insulting our intelligence. You know? This is an insult to our intelligence. For him to say that he don't recall meeting this chick ever. For you to say you don't recall ever meeting Virginia Dufresne, and clearly this is you, her, and Ghislaine in the same picture. Clearly, you got her arm around her waist. You have your arm around this girl. Now, mind you, y'all, this girl is 16, 17 at this time. And y'all can sit up here and say mature. No, she's underage. She's a minor. Why is this girl 16, 17, a minor, all the way in the United Kingdom under the guise of Ghislaine Maxwell, hanging out with Prince Andrew in this intimate situation? Why is she has a midriff shirt on, stomach showing. His hand is clearly around her waist, gripping her waist. And he gonna say he don't recall this right here? Now, my thing is this. Do y'all believe him? Because it's very possible that he could have forgot. I don't think so. Right? Numerous other names released on that list, man. Right? I mean, come on, y'all, man. We gotta be, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, we gotta use some common sense here, man. You know what I mean? We gotta use our critical thinking, man. You understand me? And it come a point to where we gotta be like, come on, man. You know what I'm talking? We just gotta come on, man. You know?
This is what we know. Of course, the Jeffrey Epstein list, it's dominated the headlines for the last few weeks. Well, the final set of documents in a 2015 lawsuit between the Epstein accuser, Virginia Dufresne, and his accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, well, the latest tranche was released today. And like the others before it, it reveals some damning allegations against big names. Now, Joining us to kind of discuss some of these final files is our friend at The Messenger, senior legal reporter and analyst Adam Klassfeld, and he joins me. Adam, thanks so much. Can't thank you enough for kind of guiding us through all of these unsealings over the last week and a half here. So we do appreciate it. I guess my first question, Adam, to you is, so the latest unsealing, it's done, it's final. What was, I guess, the headline out of today's? Do we have one?
Well, there were several that came out, and what we have seen again and again, and thank you, by the way, Andrew, for having me on during these latest ruling releases, were allegations by people like, as you mentioned, Virginia Giuffre, another accuser, Sarah Ransom, and some of them involved allegations regarding former President Bill Clinton. I'll talk about the Sarah Ransom allegations. She had accused some very prominent people, including Clinton, Richard Branson, and former President Trump of
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man, I'm not being biased when I say this because I don't give a damn about Trump. I know who Trump is, right? Trump's name ain't on that list. Anytime, any word, Trump's name's not on no list anywhere, right? His name is not on any list anywhere. This is somebody making accusations. No, Trump's name ain't on no list, y'all. He's never been to St. James Island, to my knowledge. Jeffrey Epstein was kicked out of Mar-a-Lago, if I'm not mistaken. Once Trump found out about his nefarious dealings, he instantly severed ties from Jeffrey Epstein, right? Trump will never deny that he didn't at one point in time do business with Epstein, but he never hung out with Epstein. His name is not on any Lolita flight plans. His name ain't on none of those documents that has been released from the FBI. So anybody out there saying that Trump was on that list, that is libel. And if Trump wants to, he could sue your ass for that shit. Because it's just not true. But Bill Clinton's name is on that list. Bill Clinton's name is on the official list that has been released. His name is being discussed as somebody who was on there and also on other lists that I have access to through certain people. One of the things they found on St. James Island when they raided Epstein's island was this weird painting over the fireplace. They found this weird painting over Epstein's fireplace in the living room of his home on St. James Island. It's a painting of Bill Clinton in a dress with red heels on. Oddly enough, this is the painting or a painting of him wearing the dress that Monica Lewinsky claims the nut was dried up on that he skeeted on after she gave him top. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that, man? Y'all remember Monica Lewinsky? Y'all see how when I type in Monica Lewinsky, that comes in? Right? Monica Lewinsky is the first chick to ever go viral. Right? Oh, man, this nigga Bill Clinton is a dumbass, man, right? Right? Allegedly, she kept the blue dress that had the dried up nut on it as evidence, right? And then when they raid Epstein's house over there on St. James, they raid Epstein's Island, St. James Island, after he allegedly was bagged by the boys, and what they found was a huge painting over the fireplace of Bill Clinton in a dress. I know that creep niggas out when they said, I know that came in. I know the FBI was like, what the fuck? OG, man, you gotta relax, OG, man. That's crazy, man. You gotta relax, OG, man. Even if that's what it means, I don't want to think about that. OG, what's good with you, bro? Right? FBI, just imagine, y'all, man. Imagine you the FBI, right? And you raid the spot, and you come up in the crib. You know, y'all arrest everybody. You know, y'all running through the crib, collecting evidence and stuff, and you just walk in the living room, and as you walk through the foyer, you know what I'm talking about, you look over the mantle of the fireplace, you just see a big mural of Bill Clinton in a dress. Like, why do you have that painting, Jeffrey Epstein? Like, what's that all about? Bill Clinton, you got to explain this, bruh. You have to explain this. All right. So Bill Clinton's name is definitely on that list. Let's go.
Sexual misconduct. She had retracted some of her allegations because we have to keep in mind a lot of these unsealed documents that we're seeing are a snapshot in time, as you mentioned, from a 2015 litigation. And back then, Sarah Ransom came forward with those allegations that there were secret tapes and that showed these powerful people in compromising positions. She later backpedaled and said that wasn't true. She wanted to draw attention to Epstein's crimes and also wanted to shine a light and kind of show that she had his secrets if he were ever to try to attack her. So that's one of the things that came out, her allegations. There are other allegations by Virginia Giuffre against Alan Dershowitz, Jeffrey Epstein's former attorney.
Alan Dershowitz. Y'all know who Alan Dershowitz is? His old ass. Y'all know who Alan Dershowitz is? Right?
Famed Harvard professor and law professor.
Alan Dershowitz, from a famous lawyer, y'all. Y'all do your research and go Google Alan Dershowitz. Like, seriously, like, how are you going to explain that? Like, why do you have a painting of a man in a dress over your mantle? Why do you have a painting of ex-President Bill Clinton in a dress wearing red heels, cocked over a damn chair like he ready to get gunned? with his come get me face and come get me dress and heels on. Pause. Like, you gotta explain that, Bill Clinton, man. Allegedly, Jeffrey Epstein offed himself, so he's not here to tell us, allegedly. So, Bill Clinton, you got some explaining to do. All right?
Mentioned, and the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of context, she was involved in litigation with Alan Dershowitz, which settled, and she said that she may have made a mistake in accusing him, that she had been at the time.
Shut up.
More than 200 previously redacted names linked to Jeffrey Epstein have been made public tonight.
A federal judge ordered the unredacted documents to be released last month. Natalie is back with more details on who is named here. Natalie.
And the documents here in this case are stemming from a 2015 lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell, a former lover and accomplice to disgraced financier and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The series of 40 documents reveals some big names that were previously redacted, including former President Bill Clinton, his estranged longtime aide Doug Band, Prince Andrew, David Copperfield, and Jean-Luc Brunel, who, like Epstein, died while awaiting trial. Many of the names are of people not...
Jean-Luc Brunel. Y'all know who Jean-Luc Brunel is? Y'all know who Jean-Luc Brunel was? You don't know who Jean-Luc Brunel was? See, now here's a picture of Trump. Right, there's Trump. Trump with Epstein and Ghislaine. Right. Did Trump get down? I don't know. It's possible. Do I believe and think Trump did? I ain't gonna lie. I kind of sort of think he did. I ain't holding Trump exempt. Y'all see the way he interacts with his daughter is very creepy. I wouldn't be surprised. But there's no proof saying it. I've never heard his name involved with anything crazy for nothing, anything tangible anyway. But I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Right? That's why I tell you, man. That's why I'm not a Trump advocate. Jean-Luc Brunel, right, was the founder and owner of I believe it was M Models, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was a model scout. What's the name of his modeling company, man? See, he was connected with Leslie Wexner, Alan Dershowitz. See, all these people running the same circles. What's the name of this dude's company, man? Yeah, the Next Management Corporation. Yeah, that's what it was called. Right? Well, anyway, y'all, right? Jean-Luc Brunel seen on a plane with Ghislaine and Epstein. They was homeboys, right? He said giving hella info, man. Epstein was Mossad, man. Epstein was Mossad, man. You hear me? He possibly potentially is still alive, man. I mean, you know. But Jean-Luc Brunel was the founder of the Next Level Modeling Agency, which recruited young girls all over the world, you know. And the modeling agency, the modeling industry is used as a guise to traffic young girls. Flat out. I have no problem with saying, I don't even have to say that's allegedly. This is proven. Jean-Luc Brunel's case proves it. He allegedly offed himself while he was on trial for so-called trafficking young girls as well as sexually violating them. So his case proves that the modeling industry has been used and is currently being used and has always been used to traffic young girls. Flat out. Right?
Accused of wrongdoing, including Clinton. Several names remain redacted, including some of Epstein's underage victims, and at least one person the judge said was falsely identified. Epstein was connected to many high-profile people, including more than one former U.S. president, foreign prime ministers, and British royalty. The documents that were unsealed do not include those related to 3 other alleged victims. Dawn?
So, you know, the jig is up, man. The jig is up, man.
Have you heard about the Epstein files? It's a bombshell. It's trending. The stuff of Hollywood blockbusters, politicians, film stars, a lot of money, sexual favors, and reputations at stake. Some 900 pages were unsealed today. The court website crashed. Such was the interest. These are documents linked to a man called Jeffrey Epstein, a financier and a convicted sex offender. He's dead now, and the names of people linked to him have come out. The list includes Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, Michael Jackson, and Stephen Hawking. So what did they do? Some were accused of sexual misconduct.
Mike Jack's name was on that list, y'all. Right? Hmm? Right? Right? Oh, man, it's getting crazy, y'all, man. Right? Back in the day, y'all, man, right? If y'all remember. If y'all remember. Right? See, they try to convince us that we didn't hear and see what we heard and what we saw. Right? Tap in, walk with us, y'all.
Fail to adapt. And the fact that they can fail and die is what provides the incentive to survive. But governments can't die. So we need to find other incentives for bureaucracy to adapt and improve. The technology revolution has transformed organizations across the private sector, but not ours, not fully, not yet. We are, as they say, tangled in our anchor chain. Our financial systems are decades old. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. We cannot share information from floor to floor. We cannot share information. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
See, they try to convince us that we didn't hear what we heard or saw what we saw. Right? This is September 10th, 2001. This is September 10th, 2001. Donald Rumsfeld have the audacity to come and tell us, the American people, on national TV that they, the Pentagon, the Department of Defense, our main, most important function of government. Y'all don't get it twisted. Our Department of Defense is absolutely the main and most important branch of government, the function of government, right? This guy, Donald Rumsfeld, the Secretary of Defense, has the nerve to come and tell us on September 10th, 2010, that the Pentagon can't track or trace or account for $2.3 trillion. Now, mind y'all, this is back in 2001, right? September 10th, 2001. What happened the next day? Epstein is connected to this. Right? And the next day this happens. Now, how many of y'all remember that? Right? I know everybody remembers this. Why am I bringing this up concerning Epstein? Right? Why am I bringing this up concerning, freaky, creepy, allegedly dead, but probably not really, Jeffrey Epstein? Mm-hmm. Right? Next day we got 9/11, Jack. Yeah, it was. Another stain we can't forget connected with this. Who's also connected with Jeffrey Epstein is lying ass Larry Silverstein. This guy right here, who's the owner of the World Trade Center. And I wonder if old Larry Silverstein name is on the Lolita list. I wouldn't doubt if it was. Oh, weird looking ass dude. Look, I ain't got no neck. Dude sat up there and ate breakfast every single day, Monday through Friday, at the Top of the World restaurant in World Trade Center 1. Guess what day he decides to not go eat breakfast? Because of a so-called dermatologist appointment. Guess what day out of what? Buildings, out of what, 26 years of these buildings being here and him going to breakfast every single day, having breakfast as he goes over his morning papers and stuff at the Top of the World restaurant. He's known for this. He was famous for this. They used to talk about this in Time Magazine and everything. He go eat breakfast every single day at the Top of the World restaurant located in World Trade Center 1. Guess what day out of all days he decided allegedly he had some dermatologist appointment that his wife made for him at the last minute, allegedly. That's what they say. But if you want to believe that, you're more than welcome to believe whatever you want to believe. I think differently. Right? A lot of things connected with this. How my man Uncle Diggity said. Lying Larry Silverstein. Gonna sit up there and talk about the damn fire chief in New York police fire department called him and said what they want to do, and he gonna tell them to pull it. Larry Silverstein told the fire chief of New York, the fire department, to pull the building. That's crazy. So when Larry Silverstein came on TV and said that, he was lying through his teeth. Right? Lying Larry Silverstein, Liarstein. Lying ass Larry Silverstein. So yeah. Donald Rumsfeld told us that 2.3 trillion was missing. Oddly enough, y'all, Jeffrey Epstein was overseeing global assets of about 2-3 trillion. They tell us when Jeffrey Epstein died, he was worth 559 billion or million, more like 2 billion. But he was in control over that 2.3 trillion because he was the one that was moving and shaking the money for everybody, making things happen. But being an agent of Mossad, Israeli intelligence, he was also collecting information on people for obvious reasons. But at the end of the day, y'all got to think about it like this. These people all are in cahoots with each other, man. They all interact with each other, right? They all do business with each other, and they're all scamming and scheming to be in control and be at the top when this new system gets set in place, like how they always have been. So they will not hesitate to sacrifice and expose each other to whatever degrees they can, as long as their common goal collectively is met. Y'all have to understand what's going on. This is a deep situation, man. This is way more than just a political situation. You dig? All right. This thing goes deep, y'all. This old Epstein shit.
Some just hung out with him, and some others were mentioned in passing. Here's a report.
In 2002, Jeffrey Epstein was asked about his famous friends. He didn't reveal names, but called them an investment. Epstein knew connections were important, so he made a lot of them. He called it a collection of sorts. Unsealed documents have now revealed that it wasn't just any other collection. It is an eclectic list of famous people. They had only two things in common. They were famous, and they all knew Epstein. The 2000s, Epstein was a big name. No one knew what he did, but they all knew he was wealthy, so they all wanted to be seen with him. On paper, Epstein was a financier, but behind closed doors, he was a sexual predator. In the early 2010s, he was accused of...
Now, notice how they always try to call guys like Epstein sexual predators. No, what he was just like Jimmy Savile from out of the United Kingdom when that whole thing just blew over there. What he was is he's a procurer, like Jean-Luc Brunel. Like Sean Diddy Combs, who we are dubbing the Black Jeffrey Epstein, right? They use their influence through whatever industry, Puffy Entertainment, Jeffrey Epstein Finance. They use their influence and their notoriety and their popularity to use that as a guise to do nefarious things like trafficking young women and men as well, under the guise of having them signed to their record labels as artists or models or whatever the situation may be, while also allowing them to do that, but at the same time controlling them with MK Ultra mind control techniques through techniques and subdivisions of it like Project Monarch. Everybody's involved in this, man. This is one thing y'all should get out of all of this stuff being spelled. Everybody is involved with this to some degree, to some extent. Most of these people we see. Now you ask yourself, Stephen Hawking, what in the hell could Stephen Hawking get out of going to Epstein? Like, seriously, like, look at him. He's in the wheelchair. He can't move or talk, or can he? Think about that. Can he? How do we know when the cameras is off, Stephen Hawking don't just switch up and straighten up like how Kaiser Soze did in Reservoir Dogs? I said Virgil. Usual Suspects. My man Kaiser Soze, man. Right? Yeah, the usual suspects. I'm just saying, maybe old Stephen Hawking pulls his Kaiser Soze when the cameras is off. You know? You just never know. Maybe he does. You think to yourself, we look at this dude, Stephen Hawking, man, he's in the wheelchair. He can't even talk. He talked through a computer. What he doing down there at St. James Island, freaking and doing all types of lascivious, strange stuff with underage girls and possibly boys. Right, let's go.
Abusing underage girls. In July 2019, he was arrested in New Jersey. He was charged with sex trafficking. If convicted, he would spend 45 years in prison. But by August, Epstein was dead. He died by suicide in a Manhattan jail. But the case didn't die with him. If anything...
Now, let me tell y'all something, man. And I'm going to always say this, man. It is damn near impossible, man. And in this reality, nothing is impossible. But I'm going to say, with that, as a person who has been in prison before, y'all, and worked as a porter in solitary confinement, specifically in PC and Suicide Watch, it is literally virtually impossible for somebody to commit suicide while on Suicide Watch. I'm being honest with y'all. Seriously. Right? So the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was able to kill himself while on Suicide Watch, and that's what they're selling us, that's just an assault on our intelligence right there. Because anybody who's ever been in prison before, or any type of institution where you're under some type of level of security because you might harm yourself, it is virtually impossible to kill yourself while on Suicide Watch. Right? Now, I'm not saying it's completely because nothing's impossible in this reality. But I'm telling you right now, man, for somebody to be able to kill themselves while on Suicide Watch is crazy. You feel me? Because when you're on Suicide Watch, for one, you're on 72-hour watch off top for 3 days straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, when I say 72-hour watch, I mean, it is literally an officer assigned to watch your every movement, literally sitting in front of your cell, which is a see-through plexiglass door, right, with bars on it. You hear me? And they're literally sitting there watching your every movement for 72 hours. And you're being recorded as well. Mind you, don't ever forget that. You're being recorded and filmed and archived. So, that's crazy. You know what I mean? As far as killing yourself, you're in there naked with a turtle shell suit on. You don't have no pillows. You don't have any utensils that's not made out of paper. You feel me? You don't have anything in there that you could possibly use to harm yourself with. You know what I mean? You don't have no sheets. You don't have no blankets, no covers, no anything. So I'm just trying to figure out, when these people die in solitary confinement while on Suicide Watch, I'm just trying to figure out how these people are killing themselves. Right? It behooves me. It really does. Right? It behooves me, man. You feel me? To this day. That's why I say, I'm not going to say nothing's impossible. I'm going to say things are impossible because, you know, everything's possible to some degree, I guess. But that, though, highly unlikely, man. Highly unlikely that somebody's going to be on suicide watch in prison or jail while in solitary confinement and successfully off themselves, right? I just don't see it happening. I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't see it. And when I hear about it in the ways that I have, I already know some fuckery involved. Yeah, man, there's some bullshit going on because it's damn near impossible to kill yourself while on suicide watch, man. In solitary confinement in a lockdown facility, man, where you are damn near naked in the cell. No metal, no plastic, nothing sharp, nothing that you could hang yourself with, nothing that you could ingest to cause yourself to choke or any of that. It's absolutely insane that people just accept this stuff when they tell us these things. Like, how was he able to hang himself if he's in suicide? He's in solitary confinement on suicide watch. That means you're harming yourself. They're not going to put nothing in that cell that you could use to harm yourself with. That means you're not in there with no sheets or none of that shit, man. So y'all got to understand this stuff, man. Instead of just running with things and just accepting it because these people presenting it in a way that it makes it very believable that this is what happened. You got to start asking certain questions too, man. Like, hold on, man. You know, like, hold on, man. Do I believe that? You feel me? We're going to sit up here and do this, man. You feel me? Drop the link on you niggas, man. Y'all niggas can hit that link and come on up, man. Hey, I didn't really want to focus on too many names that was on this list that, you know what I'm saying? But understand that allegedly this guy is gone, right? And they released the names of people who was on this list. We can't even say allegedly no more because their names are on this list. This is facts. The names we've been hearing: Michael Jackson, Stephen Hawking, Clinton. You know what I'm saying? They try to say Trump's name was on there, but Trump's name ain't been released in no official statements.
Waiting for the next batch of unsealed documents to drop relating to the accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Hundreds of pages were already released. That happened on Wednesday under a December 18th court order. They included deposition transcripts naming several prominent figures, including Prince Andrew and former presidents Donald Trump and Bill Clinton. CNN senior crime and justice correspondent Shimon Prokupecz is joining us now. A lot of people were waiting for these names to come out to see who was in his orbit. It doesn't necessarily mean that they did anything illegal, but it does tie them to Jeffrey Epstein, who is a fallen figure by all measures.
Right, that's correct. And it is important to note that none of these people that have been named have been accused of any kind of criminal activity or wrongdoing. These are not names that are necessarily new. We knew that we were expecting these names, of course, Sarah, but it sort of highlights just the relationship and sort of what
highly anticipated documents also mentioned theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the most noteworthy revelations from the first tranche of unsealed court documents relating to a lawsuit against Jeffrey Epstein.
Bill Gates gave a really weird interview today.
Highly anticipated documents also mentioned theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the most noteworthy revelations from the first tranche of unsealed court documents relating to a lawsuit against Jeffrey Epstein and his former girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell by one of their accusers, Virginia Giuffre.
She is asked, did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Bill Clinton? She responds, he said one time that Clinton likes them young.
David Copperfield's dinner query. Famed magician David Copperfield is known for making the Statue of Liberty disappear, but he likely wishes he could make his association with Jeffrey Epstein vanish also. The illusionist was named a total of 6 times in the first batch of unsealed documents. The court transcript indicates that attorney Sigrid McCauley asked Epstein accuser Johanna Schoberg if she ever met David Copperfield. It was revealed that Copperfield dined with Epstein on several occasions with young girls present. It was also noted that he performed magic tricks.
He allegedly performed magic tricks for Epstein and several of his victims during a dinner at Epstein's townhouse in New York City in 2016.
Furthermore, Schoberg said that Copperfield asked if she was, quote, aware that girls were getting paid to find other girls. Copperfield's relationship with Epstein was previously uncovered in a 2019 article from the New York Times. The magician was also accused during the Me Too movement of assaulting a teen model in the late 80s, something Copperfield denies.
Copperfield said in statements on social media that he had been falsely accused of sexual misconduct in the past and was about to, quote, weather another storm.
A well-known prime minister. It was revealed in an unredacted 2014 filing that Jeffrey Epstein trafficked victims to powerful men and world leaders. This included a, quote, well-known prime minister.
Previously deemed confidential includes references to familiar names, from politicians to celebrities, many of them previously linked to Epstein before his suicide in 2019.
The document alleges that Epstein integrated the worlds of, quote, politically connected and financially powerful people for the purposes of, quote, business, personal, political, and financial gain. And, as it turned out, he also used girls to obtain blackmail information on them. The court filings indicate that victim Jane Doe number 3 was sent to, quote, numerous prominent American politicians, powerful business executives, foreign presidents, and a well-known prime minister.
Maxwell directed her to have sexual contact with people, including former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson, Prince Andrew, and tech guru Marvin Minsky.
Following these encounters, Epstein would question her. She alleges that he would get her to, quote, describe the events that she had with these men so that he could potentially blackmail them.
It was vast, it was significant, and it harmed literally hundreds of young women.
The names of the individuals, including the prime minister, were not mentioned in the documents. Michael Jackson visited Epstein's house. When it was announced that the so-called Epstein list was set to be revealed, many were curious if any prominent celebrities would be mentioned.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't.
Kimmel fired back on social media. Dear blank, I've not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein.
And while several Hollywood stars were among the names included in the court documents, most were not indicated in any wrongdoing. Victim Johanna Schoberg testified that Epstein name-dropped many celebrity names during the massages she gave him. This included Leonardo DiCaprio, Cate Blanchett, and Bruce Willis.
Go to the coast, we get together, have a few laughs.
But she maintains that she never saw or met any of them. However, the alleged Jeffrey Epstein victim did claim that late pop star Michael Jackson once visited Epstein's Palm Beach residence. Schoberg says she was introduced to Jackson, but iterated that she did not give him a massage. Epstein called up Donald Trump. Many political pundits waited to see if the former president of the United States would end up in the unsealed Epstein court documents. It turns out that Donald Trump's name appeared 4 times, although he was not accused of any wrongdoing.
In 2002, Trump told New York Magazine that Epstein was, quote, a terrific guy and a lot of fun to be with, adding that he, quote, likes beautiful women on the younger side.
In victim Johanna Schoberg's deposition, she recounted that Jeffrey Epstein, quote, called up Trump. Epstein suggested visiting one of Trump's casinos after Epstein's private jet had been diverted from New York City to Atlantic City. She recalled Epstein saying, quote, great, we'll call up Trump. She added that she never massaged Trump.
This is the first reference to Donald Trump, but he is not accused of any wrongdoing.
However,
Right.
in Virginia Giuffre's testimony, she said that she began working as a masseuse for Jeffrey Epstein when she was 17 and also worked as a spa attendant at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort.
President Trump, by the way, cut him off, he says, after Epstein was accused of basically reportedly hitting on a young woman, daughter of a client at Mar-a-Lago.
New Prince Andrew claims. Prince Andrew's affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein is well documented. Epstein's former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, is said to have introduced Andrew to Epstein, and the two struck up quite the friendship. The Duke of York has since been accused of atrocious acts by Epstein's victims, all of which he denies.
No, nothing. Never happened.
The unsealed court documents add new flames to the fire for the prince, however. In one witness testimony, Johanna Schoberg says Andrew inappropriately touched her during a photo. The photo involved a puppet of Andrew, the one used in the BBC series Spitting Image. She alleges Ghislaine Maxwell introduced the puppet of Andrew, and, quote, they decided to take a picture with it. After placing the puppet's hand inappropriately on Virginia Giuffre, Andrew did the same to Schoberg.
Then the law says I have no charge to answer and I should not be hit with a piece of wood.
Worse, a Jane Doe number 3 alleges that she was forced to have relations with the prince on several occasions in several locations, all while she was underage. The documents also show an email sent by Ghislaine Maxwell where she expresses, quote, fear over being questioned about her links to Andrew.
Epstein would never have been able to do this without the support of the individuals around him.
When asked by the Guardian newspaper, Buckingham Palace declined to comment on the released documents, noting that Andrew is no longer a working royal. Stephen Hawking shocker.
See? I told y'all. I told y'all, right? They are willing to sacrifice their own, man. You hear what they just said? Prince Andrew is not an active working royal. They have disowned him. Andrew is cannon fodder. They don't be talking about the lascivious acts of Charles. He's the king now. Right? Prince Charles used to hang out with old Jimmy Savile. Matter of fact, they were best friends. See, this stuff goes deep, y'all. Jeffrey Epstein is just scratching the surface. This thing goes deep, man. You understand me? This thing goes deep, Jack. You understand me? This thing goes deep, y'all. Please believe it. Ain't no game. And there's going to be more fallout from this, too. We just seeing the beginning, man. It's just starting. All right. Stephen freaking Hawking, man. Let's go.
Surprising and unsettling revelations from the unsealed court papers involves theoretical physicist and cosmologist Stephen Hawking.
If you are looking for trouble, you found it.
Yeah, just try me, you.
Oh! The documents show an email from Jeffrey Epstein to then-girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell, where he asks her to, quote, issue a reward to any of Virginia Giuffre's friends to counter various claims. As per the email, these claims included, quote, the Clinton dinner and the new version in the Virgin Islands that Stephen Hawking participated in an underage orgy. It was known
For years.
All right. All right. This thing goes so deep. You hear me? This thing goes so deep. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get to that later this week, man. All right. So we got some more interesting topics coming up, man. You know, it's just the beginning with this, y'all, man. This stuff goes deep, man. You hear me? Jeffrey Epstein was a part of Israeli Mossad, man, amongst other things. Now, oddly enough, Jeffrey Epstein, right? Remember, I keep telling y'all about this situation. I don't think y'all understand how important this is. I keep telling y'all about the brain gate. Epstein, Gates, Cuban, amongst others. And this is an initiative that they have come up with to do research and development into human brain computer interfacing and applying technologies using this different applications of this technology to be used in the real world, specifically and especially with children and elderly, as far as people who are suffering from certain diseases like autism and Alzheimer's and things like that. But there's another nefarious character who, when we talk about Jeffrey Epstein, that we have to also bring up. Because when we bring up Jeffrey Epstein, y'all, we cannot bring up Jeffrey Epstein without having to eventually talk about our brother, our brethren, our brother. Rest in the essence to him, right? And his daughter, man. I still be tripping. I can't believe Kobe gone, man. Like, I mean, I can believe Kobe's gone now that I know why. His beautiful little girl. Rest in the essence to Kobe and Gianna, man. So sad. But this is what I mean when I say connecting the dots, y'all, and doing your due diligence. How many of y'all know that whenever we talk about Epstein, we got to talk about Kobe? Put a number 11 in the chat if you knew that Kobe was directly connected to Epstein. So whenever we mention Epstein, we must mention Kobe. Kobe was involved. This is rest in the essence to Kobe and Gianna, right? But Kobe was involved in a lot of things, y'all, man. And outside of him about to expose the pharmaceutical industry for using narcotics, right, in their so-called health supplement products, he was also in the process of exposing a lot of other things too, right? And I bet a lot of y'all is wondering right now, well, what the hell do Kobe Bean Bryant, what do he got to do with Jeffrey Epstein? Why, when we talk about Epstein, why we gotta talk about Kobe? Right? Some of y'all might be asking yourself, first, why we gotta talk about what Kobe got to do with Epstein? Kobe name is one of the names that was definitely on the Lolita Express, according to my resources. Now, it might not have been released on the public one, but according to my sources, Kobe was on that Lolita Express at least once. All right. Allegedly. But listen here, though, man. Why would I have to bring up Kobe when talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Now, keep BrainGate in mind, right? How many of y'all know about BrainGate or heard about BrainGate before you heard me say something about it? Right. There's one common denominator between Epstein and Kobe. And when we bring up Epstein, I say we got to bring up Kobe because this one common denominator is very important for lots of reasons. One, this person was doing business with Epstein and Kobe and had, or to some degree, some type of influence to, I would dare say, control over the financial functioning of both people. Allegedly, and we're talking about Kobe being Bryant. All right. Rest of that's the Kobe, man. All right. One person that these two dudes got in common. And a lot of y'all have never heard of this guy. Y'all have never heard of this guy. I done mentioned him before, but I don't think a lot of y'all was paying attention. This guy right here. This guy right here. Old Charles Manson looking ass nigga. All right. Jeffrey Morgan Steibel. Jeffrey Morgan Steibel also sits on the chairboard of the BrainGate with Epstein, with Gates, with Bezos, with Mark Cuban, amongst others. Musk, Zuckerberg. All sit on the chairboard of this think tank organization known as the BrainGate, where they do research and development and applications of human brain computer interfacing technology. Now, y'all tell me what you think they doing over there at the goddamn BrainGate with all that money backing them. We're talking about trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars, $2.3 trillion. Oddly enough, back in 2001, September 10th, 2001 to be exact, Donald Rumsfeld came on national TV and told us that the Pentagon can't account for $2.3 trillion. $2.3 trillion just came up missing at the Pentagon, the Department of Defense. Next day, airplane smack into the World Trade Center. And here it is, roughly 22 years later. Here we have Jeffrey Epstein, who was in control of over $2.3 trillion in assets. Prior to 2001, now we have all of this stuff coming out of him. And this guy right here, Jeffrey Morgan Steibel, last name is Steibel, Steibel. This is the connecting guy. This is the guy between Kobe and Epstein. This is why we always got to bring up Kobe when we bring up Epstein. This guy right here, Jeffrey Morgan Steibel, sits on the chairboard of the BrainGate with Epstein, and who got Kobe to invest money into The brain gates. Kobe was involved in a lot of stuff, y'all. Now, how did Kobe get hooked up with Jeffrey Morgan Steibel as a business partner? When you look up Kobe's net worth right now, if you was to type in Kobe Bryant's net worth, guess what's going to pop up? Let's give it a try. Right. And see, it used to be, this is, they constantly change stuff up on the internet, y'all. Right. Yep, he had hands in getting Kobe up through, because this is the guy who's in control of Kobe's assets right now. Right? Used to be when you type in his net worth, his name will pop up. Right? Yeah, man. Right. Right. That's Kobe and Jeffrey Morgan Steibel right there, man. Yeah. Jeffrey Morgan Steibel. Nobody knows anything about Jeffrey Morgan Steibel. He's a mysterious, very mysterious guy. Quite the Kaiser Soze. Nobody know where he come from or who his people is. Old Charles Manson looking ass dude, right? But he's I guess a business tycoon of sorts, a financier. And he is the guy who helped Kobe turn what they telling us. This is the guy that turned Kobe's, what they're telling us at his death, his value or his net worth was 600 million, when really it was more like 2.1 billion. Y'all better understand what Kobe was on before they got him up out of here, man. Don't get it twisted. Kobe was involved. Oh, he was involved. And we're going to go into that. Right? This dude, Jeffrey Morgan Steibel. Right? That's why Vanessa's been going through what she's been going through in court, because she's been trying to get control over them assets, because Jeffrey Morgan Steibel is the nigga who had control over Kobe's assets. Who is Jeffrey Morgan Steibel? I'm telling y'all, I've been doing research into this guy, Pauls, and I haven't come up with a lot over the years since Kobe passed. Man, Kobe been gone for a couple years now. Oddly enough, before Kobe got up out of here, him and Chadwick Boseman were in talks of creating a production studio together. I told y'all Kobe was writing a book series called the Wise Nard series. Children's fantasy type books, something like Harry Potter, demonic witchcraft shit, to let you know the type shit that Kobe actually was on. What's the answer to Kobe? So sad, man. But yo, that's how these people use people like Kobe, though, man. While the real people like Jeffrey Morgan Steibel get control of Kobe's assets through nefarious business plans and things of lascivity that'll keep him trapped and he'll start doing certain things with the fear of whatever he did nasty in the dark to be exposed. Now, when he goes to Ego, Colorado back in the day to get knee surgery, why would they send him all the way out there when he was in goddamn Denver? Why did they send him all the way to a resort in Ego, 20-something miles outside of Denver? Pretty sure there was a knee surgeon in Denver that Kobe could have went to. Why did they send him all the way out there to Ego, to that damn resort where that girl was working, where her mom and dad was both members of secret fraternal organizations that sat on the chair board of the company that owns the hotel where this allegedly sexual violation took place at? That's why we saying, man, y'all NBA dudes, man, y'all be needing some player partners, man. Because had Kobe had a player partner, he wouldn't have made that mistake. So that's how y'all brains need to be operating, man. You need to be operating, man, on another level, man. Yeah. Kobe and Chadwick Boseman was in talks of starting a business, a production studio with each other. Look what happened to them. Look what happened to them. Right? It's crazy, right? So I just want y'all to be aware that when it comes to old Jeffrey Epstein, everybody's connected to this guy Epstein. He was responsible for creating situations to where these people could be filmed or caught doing lascivious, nasty things and be blackmailed and used for whatever the system needs to use them for. And I want you to understand, Epstein ain't exempt. You know? We can't let these people keep insulting our intelligence like this either, y'all. You feel me? And there's going to be some more stuff coming from this, I guarantee, man. You know what I'm talking about? There's going to be some more shit coming from this. Shout out to my nigga Fonz, man. It's my nigga Fonz born day today. Happy born day to my lifelong E&E brethren, another one of an E&E family. My nigga Fonz, he turned 42 today as well. We're 42 years young. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Our birthday always been 6 days apart since we was young boys. You know what I'm saying? And we always, for somehow, ever since then, besides when I was in the joint, we always been celebrating our born day together. So it's a beautiful thing. Shout out to my nigga Fonz on this board, man. We about to get up out of here, you know, man. Later on tonight, I'm about to make the post for it. Me and my brother King Els, we will be live on location. We're having a live wine tasting My brother King Els got invited to an event at an establishment on the north side of town. So we will be there at 6 p.m. or promptly maybe 6:30 p.m. And we'll be going live on location. Don H. Wine Tasting. E&E all day, every day, no days off. Tap in, walk with us. Hit us up. Order your Don H. Wine, your Blanco Peach Mango, your Prince Blend Dry Sweet. We got that Art Vino coming up too. You dig? Tap in, walk with us, man. You feel me? Y'all know what it is and y'all know what it ain't, man. You feel me? Hey, man. Question everything, man. Look into who Jeffrey Morgan Steibel is, man. He's an elusive guy. He sits on the chairboard of the Brain Gate. All right? Y'all do y'all due diligence, man. Don't be believing shit just because you might like the way I say stuff or, whatever. Nah, man, do your due diligence into who this Jeffrey Morgan Steibel guy is. Why did his name used to pop up when Kobe first passed when you look up Kobe's net worth? Why has Vanessa been going through severe litigation to get what should have clearly just been given to her when that man passed? Now, don't forget that Vanessa Bryant was real good friends with the owner of the Club Nouvella in Minneapolis, right, who was owned by Maya Santa Maria, right, who also worked with the Mexican cartels, man. George Floyd worked there as well, so is Derek Chauvin. See, Kobe was involved with a lot of stuff. Kobe was involved with a lot of stuff, y'all. You did? So, tap in and walk with us, y'all, man. You feel me? We're going to get up out of here, y'all, man. I appreciate everybody coming out later on tonight. We will be live on location. You feel what I'm saying? Me and my brother King Els will be live on location, going live from the Don H. Wine Tasting. It's going to be a beautiful thing, man. You hear me? We'll leave y'all with this song as we get up out of here, man. Listen, man. Y'all got to stay awake out here, man. It's just the beginning. 2024, we coming up midway in the month. It's the 14th. We 2 weeks in, pause. And we about to keep going. It's going to get more interesting throughout the year. And we got raw content coming for y'all. I got some shows coming up for y'all. It's going, man, listen. Tap in with us later on tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be live on location. Don H. Wine Tasting. Me and my brother King Els. E&E every day. All day, no days off. You did. You understand me, man? Tap in and walk with us, Jack. We appreciate everybody coming out, Yeah. E&E. Stacks with the facts. What up, Stacks? I got my man Mr. Guarantee on the track with me. Mr. Guarantee. Yeah. We bringing this message to you fake woke niggas. Gotta wake these niggas up, man. All y'all out there spreading them lies and falling victim to this propaganda. Niggas believe it. Glitch. Let's talk to these niggas. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, play the what? Time to wake them up. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, play the what? Time to wake them up. I gotta set the alarm, wake you up from your slumber. Floyd and Harry, fake woke niggas, y'all dumb dumbass. I drop jewels, but people don't pay any attention. Now let's be an immediately. We the wake them up henchmen.
A lot of times these woke niggas be really sleep. Shit, the price on a nigga's life is extra real cheap. Only the real for my niggas, we all only we made a living eating these rappers, nigga. Bon appetit. Yeah.
Pause. Me and my brethren be down for the cause. We gotta come together and tear down all these walls and illusory fault lines like racism and bring light to the woke, just like a Baptist.
The congregation spoke. These niggas ain't who they claim to be. A bunch of Peter pop off. Niggas really be lame to me. Anytime you at war, it's gonna be casualties. The more we come together, it's easy to beat the enemies.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So my damn surround them like my name was Alvin 80. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So my man surround them like my name was Alvin 80. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up. Alarm clock to the woke. Time to wake them up. The main initiative should be to get your cake up. You wave ride niggas need life jackets to stay afloat. Meanwhile, I'm blowing on gas straight from the Ivory Coast.
In every post I be hitting y'all with them straight facts. The smart grid is now here. We got a famous down low. While they coming with microchips and vaccinations, fake woke niggas perpetuating indoctrination.
Fuck this pandemic. This was a damn gimmick. Niggas will believe that they mom died if she still living. Open your eyes, nigga. You can see the lies, nigga. We gotta stop letting the blind lead the blind, nigga.
And that's the biggest fact, which you better tell these niggas. Listen to 2030, it's gonna be hell, niggas. So fuck AOC and her new green deal. I'm Neo in this bitch. You want they red pill.